All right, let's clap it up. All right, Shalom, Israel. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, since 1969 under Commander General Hunter. We are here to edify the so-called Black, Latino, and Native American man, woman, and child, and bring them back to their heritage and knowledge of self, that they are God's chosen people, the lost sheep of the house of Israel. You know, but tonight we're going to get into, let's see, I guess talking about heathens, talking about the plight of our people, might be talking about some coons, you know, the Christianity, what have you. But, you know, basically the basic stuff we talk about, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get into it. We're going to start in, let's see, 2 Samuel 23:3. 2 Samuel 23:3. Let's see. So this is the book of 2 Samuel, chapter 23, verse 3. The God of Israel said, the rock of Israel spake to me. He that ruleth over men must be just, ruling in the fear of God. Yeah. You know, we know who's ruling this place. It's the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speak of. You know, and we know he doesn't fear the Most High. Why? Because he doesn't implement the Most High's laws, statutes, and commandments. And you know, it's not a hard thing for him to do, because he tries to force everyone to acknowledge this LGBT community. You know what I'm saying? The alternative lifestyle community. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what they do. You know, they want to turn this place upside down. They have turned it upside down. You know, so therefore, if they have the power to do this, they are ruling over men. It's no secret. The white man is ruling over man. They direct all traffic, bottom line, when it comes to this filthy earth, this defiled earth that we live on. You know, so they can, if they wanted to, have everybody follow these laws, statutes, and commandments the way they want to. They could strong arm people to make them do it. You know what I'm saying? But why they don't is because they are against the Most High. It's blatant. I mean, it's right there. Even on the dollar bill, what they got, you know, in God we trust. Yeah, what God are they talking about? You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they come from a background to where they worship more than one God. You know, the polytheistic believers, you know, that's what they are, have more than one God. You know, that's their background, that's their roots. You know, so of course they're gonna teach us how to do that. You know what I'm saying? Worship money, worship drugs, worship Christmas trees, worship pumpkins, Halloween, Easter eggs, Easter bunnies, you know, all kinds of crazy madness, right? You know. But like I said, they are against this our Father. They are against the Most High. So that's why they don't implement these laws, statutes, and commandments. But yet they do implement abomination. You know, living an alternative lifestyle is an abomination. Bottom line. You know, but we read it one more time. The God of Israel said, the rock of Israel spake to me. He that ruleth over man must be just, ruling in the fear of God. And how do you fear God? You follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. You do what these commandments say. Like I said, if we actually did this from, you know, follow this book from the beginning to end, you know what I'm saying? This world would be a better place. But it wasn't, you know, this world was meant to destroy, you know, be destroyed eventually. You know, that's the prophecy of this. It was flooded once, and then it's going to catch on fire next with World War III nuclear warfare. You know, that's how it's going to happen. Because remember, the Most High said he's not going to flood it anymore, but he is going to burn it. And it needs to be burned because, like I said, it's This world is upside down. It's the inhabitants of defiled spirits, you know, unclean spirits, impure spirits, you know, and all because of the who? The white man, the devil that the Bible speak of, the greatest deceiver that's ever walked the planet Earth, you know. So, well, let's go to Exodus 21:16. Exodus 21:16. Let's see where we at. This is the book of Exodus, chapter 21, verse 16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. Now, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speak of, and let me remind you, this right here was a law given to the children of Israel, and it says, he that stealeth the man shall be put to death. The so-called white man kidnapped a whole nation of people, a whole nation of people. So just imagine if this book says in Exodus 4:22, Israel is my son, even my firstborn. You know what I'm saying? What you think? And this is a law given to Israel for a man stealing another man. What you think he gonna do to a man that's not his people, the so-called white man? Oh yeah, it's a done deal. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta acknowledge that. You know, bottom line, the Most High's words are not going. They're not going to go void. You know what he said is going to happen. This is a future prophecy. They are going to go into captivity. They are going to be unalive with a sword, because that's what the scripture says. You just can't, you know, with impunity, just steal a whole nation of people, and then do the unspeakable to them, to their children, to their grandparents, to their mothers, fathers, or what have you. And we are here, and we're supposed to be here not to not acknowledge what happened to our people. You know, we can't practice their laws, the First Amendment. You know what I'm saying? Freedom of speech. We you know, they look at us like you have the audacity to open your mouth about slavery. Get over it. That's what they tell us. You know, things like that, right? Nah, yeah. Wait till the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Send his Yahushua, his son, Yahushua Mashiach, Christ. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to the bottom of this. Let's go ahead and get to Jeremiah 22:13. Let me calm down. You know, I'm over here getting hyped already. You know, like, let me calm down, man. So lucky. You know what I'm saying? Let me gather my thoughts as far as stuttering and some shit. Yeah. Get some water too. Get cotton mouth. You know they can get mad when you get cotton mouth. Like, oh. Yeah. Salaki. So now, what I say, Jeremiah 22:13. All right. This is the book of Jeremiah 22, chapter 22 and verse 13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work. Now, woe means destruction. That's what it means. Man, what did it say? He giveth his neighbor's service without wages. What did the slaves, when we came over here, the so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans, what wages did we get? Oh, we got oppression. You know what I'm saying? We got wages of death. We got wages of our spirits being defiled with their abominations, their food, you know what I'm saying? Their sexual orientation, you know what I'm saying? All that wickedness. You know what I'm saying? We got wages of drugs being put in our communities to destroy us. You know, we got wages of being systematically oppressed, systematically destroyed by these people. Well, who the Most High calls are no people, because they act like animals. They are vile beasts, you know. But that's the wages we got. You know what I'm saying? Let's read it again. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chambers by wrong, that useth his neighbor's service without wages, and giveth him not for his work. You know, you hear like I've been hearing lately Irish. You know, the Irish, they talk about they were enslaved as well. You know what I'm saying? They were enslaved as well. You know, this is how wicked these people are. These so-called white people are, right? They're gonna compare their atrocities with ours. You know, they were what you call indentured slave. Well, they're not. You can't even call them slave because indentures it's a contract, and they were put in harsh work environments. That's all that was. You know what I'm saying? And you know, if you want to say the Chinese were too, with building train tracks, you know, what have you. They came over here willingly. We came over here in ships, forcefully. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they want to compare that, you know, to our slavery. You know, did the Irishman ever, were Irish people ever put on slave ships? You know what I'm saying? Like on slave ships, forced on slave ships, packed on these boats like sardines on top of each other, with feces coming out because they can't use the bathroom, with urine on them coming out, you know what I'm saying? Vomit or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Should I go on with this? Teeth being knocked out because, you know, some of the slaves, they were men. They were like, nah, we gonna starve to death. They knocked their teeth out and force fed them with tools. But that happens to Irish people. Where's this history at? I would like to see it. They never bring it out. They never bring this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Thrown into the water, thrown over to the point to where they threw so many bodies, you know, alive and unalived. You know what I'm saying? Threw so many slaves overboard that the sharks were following them slave ships. Did that happen to the Irish? That happened to the Chinese, East Indian, you know what I'm saying? The Arabs, the Africans over there in Nigeria, Ethiopia, Eritrea, with all them Hamites. Did that happen to them? You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it did not. Then when we get over here, you know what I'm saying? How was the slaves treated? You know, there was times when you could read in books to where they had sleep standing up. They were forced to sleep standing up. Did that happen to the Irish? Huh? Did it? I don't think so. That's how wicked these people are. That's how wicked they are, trying to compare their slavery with ours. That's what happened over here. You know, there was one, I forgot what book I read it in, but there was a slave, you know, somebody came in, you know, they came into a dungeon, you know what I'm saying? This is over here. This ain't even on the ships or whatever like that. This is over here. Now we over here. We touch ground, right? They found a slave with his intestines wrapped around his body. Now, some people probably don't know the human anatomy like that. You know what I'm saying? But the small intestines is 20 feet, a little over 20 feet or what have you. Yeah, his intestines was wrapped around his body. The large intestines is 5 feet. You know what I'm saying? But this is in books. Can we read this about the Irish people? Or can we read about 4 little Irish girls being unalived by a bomb in Birmingham, Alabama in 1960? Can we read about stuff like that about the Irish people? And they have the nerves to actually, we were enslaved too. Oh, and then what gets me too is we have our own coon-ass people. Chinese were enslaved as well. Our own people will say this. They were enslaved. They were enslaved. And shut your ass up, man. You coon-ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, you know, what, in the late 1840s, you know, do you know that's when they were able to build Chinatown? That was their, you know, and then let me get it like this. So indentured workers, right? You know what I'm saying? You know, they have the, okay, like in China, right? You have your, just like in Europe too, you have your little pagans and stuff like that. You have the king and stuff like that. And then the pagans, right? What have you? They have that in every single culture, every single nation, right? You know what I'm saying? So the Chinese would be like, they have a contract, because like I said, it's a contract. Who are you having a contract with? With the leaders. So they, you know, yeah. And what they do, what these Chinese people do, take these ones. They're gonna build your train tracks. Hey, and I want a Chinatown over there in Frisco. 1949, 1950, that's when they built Chinatown. They had a Chinatown. And guess who became officers of the law? Irish. Around the same time. Look it up. Irish. That was their contract. Hey, come on, you guys could go ahead and whatever they did, maybe work in the minefields, whatever. I don't know. Went to go see if what is that? The gas you can't smell, you know what I'm saying? Like going to caves and stuff, you just fall out and die. They probably had to go in there. Yeah, in there. You know what I'm saying? They probably had to do some shit like that or whatever. But they were able to become officers of the law, you know. And you know what they were doing. You know, they're harassing the Chinese, because that's what they do. It's in their blood. You know, they were harassing the Chinese. So, and you know what they were doing to us. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look what they were doing to us. Yeah, I mean, look what 1960. You know what I'm saying? 1960, blowing up, you know, lynching us, whatever. So you know what they were doing to us in the 1800s. You know what I'm saying? They don't talk about the slavery and, you know, all kinds of atrocities with our people over here in California, but they had sundown towns. You know what I'm saying? They still do. You know what I'm saying? Napa was a sundown town. You know, Santa Cruz was a sundown town. But they make it seem like California is, you know, there's no racism. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Hey, they don't have no history about that. You know, crazy ass shit, right? You know what I'm saying? But
Sloppy, I was going to say, and to this day, we still have, like, this is the first Black hire in this sector, like certain stuff.
Exactly. You know that. What, early 2000, we had the first Black female fire chief in Berkeley. First Black. And we've been over here, we built this place. You know, we built this place. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, and these Johnny come latelys, you know, like I said, Chinese, Arabs, whatever. Who's the head of the FBI now? Is it not an Arab? No, Indian, East Indian? Come on now. We will be the tail and they will be the head, you know? But what else was I gonna say about that, man? What was that? Whoa, to the hell, you know, but like I said, man, you know, these heathens, you know, they something else, man. You know, they something else. They try to compare their even Jewish, you know, Jewish people, you know what I'm saying, with the Holocaust, whatever. They, you know, they were in concentration camps for 12 years. 12 years, you know what I'm saying? And because they claim they're the God's chosen people, right? You know what I'm saying? They were in Egypt, whatever, in Egypt, what, 400 years or whatever like that, under slavery, with the Pharaoh and shit like that. That's a lie, though. But you know who funded the transatlantic slave trade? A Jewish man by the name of Aaron Lopez, Portuguese at that. He was a Caucasian, Jewish Caucasian Portuguese man, and he funded he was a major a major player in the transatlantic slave trade. So after his people went into captivity all these years, they're the chosen people. This nigga said, I'm about to get in this slave game too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, put that money up in this, build that ship, build this ship, what have you. Yeah, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, these mother suckers, man, are straight liars, man. They are the devil that the Bible speak of. Bottom line. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line. But that's their time gonna come. Their time's gonna come, but let's go ahead and move on. I'll spend enough time on that shit. Oh, yeah. Oh, man, I almost forgot about the Irish police department, right? In Frisco. That was in Frisco, right? When they built the Chinatown, everything was around the same time, right? You know what the percentage of the Asians that are on the San Francisco PD today? It's 21%. 21%. 21% that are sworn in police officers. Crazy. And you know what? Are they getting some get back to these Irish, to these white folks? No. They said, fuck that. We about to join these motherfuckers and oppress Black, Latino, and Native American people. That's what we're going to do. That's what they're going to do. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get more into that, As a matter of fact, oh, man, and remember I was telling you the week before the Super Bowl, we went over there, went into the pavilion where we set up camp, whatever. The boys came over and told us we couldn't set up camp because they're trying to clear everything out for the week of the Super Bowl. This is a week ahead. I'm like, what is this? It doesn't make no sense, right? It's like five or six of these motherfuckers, right? Police. The head dude that's doing the talking looked like, I kid you not, he looked like Lucky the Leprechaun. This nigga had red beard, red head, you know what I'm saying? And he had the thickest Irish accent. How does that happen? I was thinking maybe they was trying to provoke us. They wanted one of us to say, where's me Lucky Charms? Or something, you know what I'm saying? So they could try to whoop our ass or something. I don't know, because that was, man, we should have recorded how that fool was talking. I kid you not. He sounds just like he was fresh off the boat. Isn't that what they say? He was fresh off the boat, man. He was able to come from Ireland, come over here and be on the police department. Be on the San Francisco police department. I'm not making this up, man. I'm not making this up. Crazy. I mean, the thickest accent. I don't know if y'all know what what's that nigga name? Lucky the Leprechaun. Where's me Lucky Charms? like, crazy, man. Let's see. What was that? Let's go to Habakkuk. The book of Habakkuk. Book of Habakkuk 2 and 12. Hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Barakatah, to Trooper Azawan. The water for checking in. And Justin out of Oakland. The water for checking in. Let's see. What I say? Habakkuk 2 and 12, right? And it says, woe, once again, woe, destruction. You know, and that's one thing, you know, these prophets and the prophets of today, we are on one accord. Bottom line, woe, right? To him that buildeth a town with blood and establisheth a city by iniquity. Destruction to him that buildeth a city with blood. How was America built? With iniquity. What's iniquity? It's sin. That's how this place was built, right? You know what I'm saying? Off the backs of slaves. Why you think America's a powerhouse? Off of capitalism. They pocketed all that money and became great above every single other nation. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going to happen to them for doing that. We're going to get into it because it says destruction. Remember, the Most High's words aren't void. You're not going to go void, right? You know what I'm saying? It says destruction for him that buildeth a town, you know, buildeth and establish a city by iniquity. And that's how this place America was founded by, off of backs of slaves. And like I said earlier, what was our wages? Oppression, death, drugs put in our communities, guns put in our communities. So we can unalive each other. Because why? We are so upset, so lost and confounded with oppression. You know what I'm saying? You starving us. So what you gonna do? You're gonna get them drugs, get them guns, sell dope, and unalive each other for turf. Streets that belongs to the white man. Crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get more of this, right? I mean, you know, that's the only way they became powerful. That's the only way. This place became powerful, man, off of our backs. You know what I'm saying? Off of our blood and sweat. You know? And they allow other people to over here come over here and to be the head and enjoy this place without being having to look over your back. You know what I'm saying? For the KKK, this government, or you know, the police department, all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Just our own kind. These people, man. You know. It's something else, man. They don't have to worry about shit. They don't have to worry about nothing, man. They're enjoying this place over here that we built, man. And we can't enjoy it, not one bit. You know? It's crazy. Let's go to Revelations 13:10. And like I said, it said destruction, right? Woe to him that buildeth and established a city or town with blood. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Let's get Revelations 13:10. Let's get it right here. Watch this. That Christian should watch this. I gotta stop that. Watch this. You know, this is Revelation 13:10. He that leading into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. There we go, right there. How did the white man establish this place? He put some slaves, put our people, so-called Black, Latino, and Native Americans, into captivity. You know what I'm saying? Into captivity. And they built this place, and they unalived us with swords. You know what I'm saying? This is what they did. And this is in the last book, the Revelations, the New Testament, as they call it. You know what I'm saying? This is a prophecy. He that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Bottom line. And let's go to watch this. I'll say it again. Let's go to Isaiah 60. Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, the book of Isaiah, chapter 60. You know what I'm saying? Watch this. Oh, there we go again. Fudge it. I'm adopting that. I'm taking it. I'm stealing it. Watch this, nigga. I'm gonna say it like a man. They be saying it like little women. Watch this. What I say? 60. And this is how it's gonna be right here. It says, "He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword." Right? You know what I'm saying? Like this is Isaiah 60 in verse 12. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. He said nations. So who's ever, you know what I'm saying, teaming up with the so-called white man, oppressing God's chosen people, and when it comes down to it, when you have to serve us and you don't want to serve us, you're going to be utterly wasted. Captivity is what? You're going to be serving us in the world to come. That's what captivity you're going to be in. You're going to be serving us, and we're going to be just with it. We ain't going to be like no stinking ass heathens. You know what I'm saying? Defiling people and stuff like that, man. Unaliving little girls in churches. Yeah, you ain't got to worry about that. All you got to worry about is handling your business. We're going to say, build, you build that. We ain't going to mess with you. Going to have your own little stuff over there. Just do what we say. That's it. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want to abide, off with the neck. Off with the neck. That's it. The Most High is not playing. No, what you call that? No folly. You know, no nonsense. Just do what you're told. And it's going to be a righteous place. And we're going to find that out later on in this book. But the nations that don't want to serve, you're done. You're going to be a done deal. So you might as well just get on with the get with the program. You know what I'm saying? The next world is going to be better than this world. Bottom line, we ain't going to have time to be messing with y'all. Just go ahead and do what you're supposed to do. And that's it. You give us some lip, you're out of here. That's it. It's common sense. Crazy, man. Let's go ahead and go back to what was that? Habakkuk? Was that? No, Revelations. It's lucky. Revelations. So let's read it again. This is the book of Revelations 13:10. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. Now, since we got the Christians, you know what I'm saying, that Christian faith, whatever, what did you call it? The Christian pastors, prosperity pastors, all the Christian, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Shit slipped my mind what I wanted to call them. The Christian doctrine, you know, all that stuff. They would say, you know, anybody could be a saint. That's what they say, you know. They think anybody can be a saint. Well, let's find out who these saints are. Let's find out who these saints are. He said the patience here is the patience of the saints. Patience and the faith of the saints. Let's find out who these saints are. Let's go to the book of Psalms. The book of Psalms, chapter 50. Chapter 50. The book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 5. Gather my saints together unto me, those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Who made a covenant with the Most High by sacrifice? Israel, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Israel. That's who his saints are. You know what I'm saying? No East Indians didn't make no covenant by sacrifice. No Arabs didn't make a covenant by sacrifice. No Africans made a covenant by sacrifice. No white man made a covenant by sacrifice. Only the children of Israel, from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's it. Those are his saints. What they say, spiritual Israelites, no such thing. Crazy, man. Let's go to Isaiah 24 and 5. Isaiah 24 and 5, or Isaiah 24 and 5. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 5. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. I mean, we can clearly see that this place is defiled, and it's not going to get any better. If anybody think this place is going to get better, they're surely mistaken. Bottom line, this place is going down fast, and it has to, because that's the prophecy of this place. This place has to burn, by nuclear warfare. You know what I'm saying? But like I said earlier, about the laws, this government can force us to follow these laws to the T. They force us to do everything else. You know what I'm saying? They force these people to do everything else. We are sheep led to the slaughter in this place with this Christianity, with Catholicism, with Muslims. You know what I'm saying? We worship all these other gods and not the one true and only God. You know what I'm saying? Being led to the slaughter. And this government allows this place to do this. How do we know? Look. Let's take Farrakhan, for instance. We are told, when we go out there on the streets, right? You know what I'm saying? We call the white man the devil. Our own people tells us we teaching hate. We teaching hate. You know what I'm saying? But Farrakhan been calling the white man the devil since how long? The Muslims been calling, whoever was before Farrakhan, Malcolm X, whatever, Elijah Muhammad, been calling the white man the devil. And Farrakhan is, that religion right there is fairly wealthy. He's doing fairly well, calling the white man the devil. Oh, what's the difference? The white man said, hey, Farrakhan, keep leading your people astray. Well, he ain't even our people. He a white man too. His daddy white. You know what I'm saying? But he's leading the black people astray with that Muslim stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's why he getting that money. But if we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments the way we supposed to, the way the ISUPK, Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, is following it, because Christ said what? If they hated me, they surely gonna hate you. And that's why we're hated, because we follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. And we call the white man the devil, and they say we a hate group. Y'all teaching hate. They same people, if Farrakhan walked and they were saying, y'all teach hate, they're going Farrakhan. You know what I'm saying? Say it won't happen. Shit. You know what I'm saying? The respect of persons. But let's keep going. Verse 6. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. That's right. You just go out there, man. Just go out there to this place, man. You know what you see, especially with us, the so-called Black, Latino, Native American. We desolate. Our spirit, you know what I'm saying? Our spirits, we're desolate. We're a desolate people. We are walking around just aimless, don't know what to do. We turn to drugs, turn to whoremongering, being whores, robbing, unaliving, you know what I'm saying? Doing all matter of wickedness, But we desolate spiritually, and the earth is desolate as well, But let's go ahead and get it more. Therefore, the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left. You know what that few men are? ISUPK, the men of the ISUPK. You know what I'm saying? Because everyone being, you got, why you think HIV is rising the way it is in all these black cities? Because you got these down low niggas taking AIDS back to they wives and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Doing living an alternative lifestyle, all effeminate now. You know what I'm saying? We are the true men left, trying to wake our people up so y'all can come up out of that nonsense, out of that abomination. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. That's how you know there's a few men left. It's us. Because we out there putting our necks on the line for y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? How is it the so-called black man is the face of the LGBT now? You see all these commercials, always up us on there. Flaming. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. Verse 7. The new wine mourneth, the vine languisheth. All the merry-hearted do sigh. You know, like my wine is for it's referred, it's a metaphor, you know what I'm saying? It could refer to the people as rejoicing, joy, wine, with joy and stuff, what have you. The vine is the people, the vine languisheth, you know what I'm saying? The vine is what languishes is not strong anymore, you know what I'm saying? It's failing or what have you, you know what I'm saying? And not merry in heart. You know what I'm saying? Merry is what? Happy. We mourning, you know what I'm saying? We crying, right? That's what we doing. We are crying here as a people, man. We are lost as a people. Look at what Iskar is going through. The so-called Mexicans are going through right now, man, with this ICE shit, man. You know what I'm saying? And now it's getting worse with what's going on with the cartel down there in Mexico. You know what I'm saying? The so-called so-called Mexicans, the tribe of Iskar. They're going through it. Going through it right now as well, But we all going through it. All 12 tribes are going through it, man. We mourning. We crying out loud, man. Crying, just crying, down and out. For all you people out there, so-called Black, Latino, Native Americans over there faking the funk, acting like you happy in this world, this time. Yeah, right. You pretending. Bottom line. You pretending and you afraid. You're afraid. You cowards. Scared to step up to the white man and his system. You just want to be on board. Yeah. Yeah, man, there was other races enslaved. We are all one people. We all gonna hold hands. We all gonna go to heaven together. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, wake up. Wake up, little simps. Scared to do the Most High's work, the real work. Not no going into a Christian church and just sitting there screaming and praising, all dancing. What they used to do, the praise dance, and you know what I'm saying. Oh, now they just dropping it like it's hot. They said, hey, forget it. We just gonna go all out. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, man, a cesspool. That's what the Christian church is. Straight up, man. Let's go to yeah. Let's go to Job 9:24. And this is why we know that this place is desolate, that this place is defiled. You know what I'm saying? Because why? This is the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? Because this white man is a slick one. He's a slick one. You know what I'm saying? But we know, ISUBK knows who this white man is, what this white man is. You know what I'm saying? He is the wicked. He's the one that the world is giving into the hands of. Do they not have embassies on every single water? He said it. That was his blessing. That was Esau's blessing. That's who the white man is in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? He was like, he said you will live by Jacob told him he would live by the sword. You know what I'm saying? He would live by the sword. I mean, Salakia, Isaac told him he would live by the sword. That was his blessing. You know, that was his blessing right there. He would live by the sword and he would have the fatness of the earth. What does that mean? Let's speak like we speak, like Judah speak. Oh, that nigga living fat. Is that not what it means? That's exactly what it means. He will have the fatness of the earth. Who has the fatness of the earth? Esau, the so-called white man, the devil that the Bible speak of. Bottom line. I mean, who else? Who got the fatness of the earth? Well, I mean, because it's one thing I was about to bring up, you know, with I'll bring it up later, you know what I'm saying? But because we all know, I mean, they were told, you know, the United States was in debt to China or something like that, right? You know what I'm saying? But we know the white man be, you know, he rule everything. You know what I'm saying? He ruling everything. But China catching up, I guess. I don't know. They teaming up with the other white man, Gog and Magog, or who is that? The bear to Russia over there. You know what I'm saying? They ready. They ready to get them up with United States. But United States only pick on the poor. That's what they do. They pick on the weak, on the meek. You know, that's what they good for. You know, you got what? You know, they talk about one of the biggest things over here is what? Human trafficking. Human trafficking, right? You know what they do over in Russia? That's like the thing. like, why don't Big Brother go over there? Handle their business over there. Say, what's up, man? Why you treating these women like this? Huh? Like, man, we don't want to mess with them. Because you cowards. You cowards. You know what I'm saying? But let's go ahead and get some more, man. Let's go to Psalm 73. Psalm 73. Psalm 73. Okay. This is the book of Psalms. You got it? This is the book of Psalms, chapter 73. Almost had dyslexic, right? Almost back. Write that shit backwards. Psalms 37. Psalm 30. Man, almost did it again. Psalm 73, verse 3. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. This is King David saying this. He was envious of the wicked when he saw their prosperity. You know, and that's, you know, that's these pastors. You know what I'm saying? Anybody see how the white man's living, you know what I'm saying, prospering or what have you, they're gonna join these other nations, they're gonna join. They're gonna play ball. So these pastors, these prosperity, hey, they're gonna collect that 501c3, you know what I'm saying, and lead their people astray. You know what I'm saying, and get that money. They're gonna rob those old ladies, you know, a trick of old men, because you know the church is made up of a bunch of women, you know, and all the men in there, you know what I'm saying, they women too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said it. You know, Christians can't be men nowadays. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of effeminate men out there screaming and hollering and stuff, singing. Most I ain't listening to you sing and praise and stuff like that. And you bunch of predators up in there. You know what I'm saying? Bunch of predators up in there. That's what this is all we seeing now. It's coming out. It's coming out. You should be ashamed of yourself if you still going to church on Sunday. Oh, not my pastor. You know what I'm saying? Not my pastor. How many stories do we have to see all these pastors messing with little boys, man? And this been going on from the beginning of time. Just face it, grandma was wrong. Great grandma was wrong. They have the zeal of the Most High, but not according to knowledge. This Christian church is false. Their teachings are false. They do not say or do what this Bible says. They tell you the laws are done away with. But they want to sit here and talk down on us, talk to us like we at the wrong. We a cult. Yeah, we are. Better get with the program because it's high time. It's running. The time is running out, and he's gonna say, "I never knew you." Said those who turn their ear from even hearing the law, even his prayer shall be an abomination. Most High ain't listening to you. You can't even put down pork. You can't even put down shrimp. You can't even put down lobster, oysters, whatever kind of abominable meat that you eat. Christians, Muslims, crazy, man. Let's go ahead and get more. This is verse 4. For there are no bands in their death. You know, these bands are chains, fetters. You know what I'm saying? It says there's no bands in their death. They're not chained to oppression. You know what I'm saying? Who's chained to oppression? The so-called Black, Latino, Native American. Who's chained to death? The so-called Black, Native American. You know what I'm saying? What was that? I think it was down south. One of those prisons, Soledad, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Issachar, right? You know what I'm saying? So-called Mexican got shanked 80 times. 80 times. Got unalive. Shank. Yeah, I can say shank. They probably don't even know what shank is. You know they do. But you got shanked 80 times, man. This is what we have to go through. We are chained to death. We are chained to oppression. But these people, these so-called white men, the so-called Arabs and all the other nations, they don't have chains of oppression to them, bands tied to them like that. We got fetters. We got chains on our ankles. That's how we came up over here. Yokes around our necks. You know what I'm saying? We were bounded up. That's what bands mean. You're bounded. It's a bind. To death, to oppression. That's us, so-called Black man, so-called Native man, Latino man, woman and child. We are chained to oppression and death. That's all we know here, man. But their strength is firm. Verse 5, they are not in trouble as other men. Neither are they plagued like other men. You know what we plagued with diseases? You know what I'm saying? From head to toe, man. Issachar, you know what I'm saying? The so-called Mexicans, they diabetes like a mother sucker. You know what I'm saying? Like a mother sucker. Diabetes, you know. Judah, so-called blacks, diabetes, high blood pressure, HIV, you know what I'm saying? Sickle cell, so-called Native Americans, you know, they got alcoholism. That's a disease. You know what I'm saying? This is what we plagued with. You know? Verse 6, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covereth them as a garment. Shit, we know the white man violent. That's all they know. That's all they live for. You know what I'm saying? Like violent people. They were violent before they came amongst other people. They were violent towards one another. You know what I'm saying? The Vikings and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Got chambers underneath their castles over there in Europe. Chambers of torture chambers. like I bring it out again. I brought it out before. I'm gonna build a castle, and I'm gonna say, hey, make sure you build that torture chamber down there. Like, can't. Oh wow. Read books. Read history books. It's in history books. They show it on TV, movies, torture chambers. That's what they know. That's what they live. Look, these motherfuckers used to put to their own kind, Caucasians, white, so-called white people. This is what they did to their own kinds. They get a what you call that? Freaking a stake, like a big ass wooden, like a big ass pole, like a light pole. I mean, like a electrical, the wooden one. They have a sharp edge, and they will sit them and put it up their rectum all the way down to their mouth, into their mouth. You have a whole body like that. This is what they used to do. Used to have heads on them. You know what I'm saying? Like violence. I mean, let's not talk about over here. They strip them, grab his scrotum, cut it off. Like this is who these coon ass Christians want to hold hands with. These people. But the scripture says, Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for their children, for the iniquity of their fathers. Can't get around that. Why? Because they benefited off of this slavery. You know what I'm saying? They benefited off of this shit. And they still do to this day. They don't have to worry about being unalive when they get pulled over. You know who does though? Black, Latino, Native Americans. We do. They could walk down a gangster ass street. The gangsters won't do shit to them. Just walk down. They just look at them. Hey, cracker. Yeah, nigga, keep going. But a nigga walk down. Hey, nigga, what's up? We are chained to oppression. We are chained to death. Bottom line, man. Verse 7, their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than heart could wish. What's that? One of the famous lines on I forgot what movie that was. So-called Native American man said, you got all this land, and white man want all land. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, damn, you know how many we got miles? You know what I'm saying? America got miles and miles and miles and miles and miles of land that's not even occupied. It's just nothing there. Nothing there. But you got one white man to be like, that's my land. So one white man be like, I own that. Miles and miles and miles of land and shit. No, nothing on it. Nothing. It's just there. It's a white man. Can never have enough. Can never have enough, man. Let's see. Yeah, what was that? Yeah, could wish for. Verse 8, they are corrupt and they speak wickedly concerning oppression. That's all they do. Hey, how can we oppress these people? Oh, you know what I'm saying? The more you make, the more they take. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, we can't even live comfortable here. This is what they do. This is what they do. They speak wicked about oppression. You know what I'm saying? Concerning oppression. How can we take these people's their community? You know, like I said, what happened in back in damn. It was in Hayward, but it was called man, I forget the name. Hayward, but anyways, they burnt the place up. It was a black community and Latino community. They burnt the place up to get them out so they can make an industrial place over there. This is what they did in the 60s. You know what I'm saying? It's called it was Hayward, but it's called goodness gracious. It'll come back to me. It'll come back to me. But this is what they do. They did it with the Trail of Tears, the Oklahoma, what have you. You know what I'm saying? They led them to a place, you know what I'm saying, they took them, Arkansas, one of them southern states, took the so-called Native Americans and traveled, took them off their land because they wanted that land. Because they wanted it. They speak wicked concerning oppression. They're good at it. This is what they do. They speak loftily, which mean they speak like, they high-minded. They speak highly of themselves. They are the smartest. You know what I'm saying? They the smartest people ever. You know what I'm saying? They so smart. They didn't know how to, when the Pilgrims came over here, they didn't know how to survive. They needed the so-called Native Americans to show them how to grow food. They so smart. They so smart. How in the hell y'all ended up in caves? They so smart. No, they good. They good at they real what you call that? Shoot. When they pay attention, you know what I'm saying? They real damn. But it has to do with they pay attention to things. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High gave them, because he said you will live by the sword. He had to give them something, right? You know what they did? What he gave them? They know how to catch on real quick. They'll steal your patent. They catch on real quick and learn how to do things. That's how they do. They got that gift. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the gifts they got. They're really attentive. They're really attentive. They'll listen. They'll pay attention and steal everything you have. That's what they did. That's a gift. That's how you think they became what they became. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they think loftily of themselves. Verse 9, they set their mouth against the heavens and their tongue walketh through the earth. Of course they gonna, they think they God. You know what I'm saying? They think they God. They spread they wickedness throughout the earth. You know what I'm saying? Everybody want to be like America. That's why they come over here from the other countries. Let's see. Let's go to what was that song? Yeah. Let's go to Book of Job. Let's go to the Book of Job. Job 21. This is the Book of Job. Slock. This is the Book of Job, chapter 21, verse 7. Wherefore do the wicked live, become old, yea, are mighty in power. Their seed is established in their sight, in the sight with them, and their offspring before their eyes. Their houses are safe from fear, neither is the rod of God upon them. Their bull gendereth and faileth not. Their cow calveth and casteth not her calf. Everything that they do with their wealth and everything like that, everything they prosper. You got look at the food chains. Taco Bell, Mickey D's, Jack in the Box, Wendy's. We could go on and on and on and on. You know what I'm saying? We could go on and on and on and on about these food chains, right? About anything. Look at Elon Musk. Look at, they got, that's generational wealth, man. You know what I'm saying? And they don't, look at how long McDonald's has been around. You know what I'm saying? Generational wealth. Their kids are set. But yet the people that work for them live in check to check. They can't even give them enough to live comfortable. Just live comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And you know why? It's because they know they're not their people. It's oppression. They're gonna give you crumbs. And and another thing, they live check to check, getting paid, crazy. And what? Because they're flipping burgers? Look at they working. If they flipping burgers, don't take nothing out of their tax, out of their check. Would that be just? The white man is the devil that the Bible speak of. Verse 12. They take the timbrel and harp and rejoice at the sound of the organ. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like they're talking about, shit, you got the Epstein Island. They was doing faulty shit. Look, this man got an island. I don't even know who's Epstein. Like really. We didn't know until this stuff came out. Nobody didn't know who the hell Epstein was. He had an island. This nigga had an island. So how many of these kids, man, you know what I'm saying? Like let's not even talk about the president. Let's just talk about Mickey D's owners. Taco Bell owners. If Epstein got an island, surely these motherfuckers got islands. You know what I'm saying? The kids get to go to the island and stuff like that, or what have you. You know what I'm saying? Probably own half of the Hawaii and shit. What half of Hawaii can't nobody go over there because it's this nigga's island, this white man's island, Elon's island or some shit. You know what I'm saying? This is talking about them, man. This is them. Let's go ahead and 13. They spend their days in wealth. This is what 13 say. They spend their days in wealth. This is the wicked we're talking about. And in a moment go down to the grave. 14. Therefore they say unto God, depart from us. Of course they're gonna say that. Why, when you got everything? Why would you want to turn to God? You know what the Most High say? He said, feed the poor. Shit, they ain't feeding no poor. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't feeding no poor. You got, especially like I said, these coon ass niggas. You know what I'm saying? The rappers, Jay-Z's and stuff like that, whatever. I forgot who it was. This nigga bought 82,000 pair of 82,000 worth not worth a pair of boots. They were 82,000. 82,000. And this is a nigga. This is a so-called Judah. 82 freaking thousand, man. Crazy. But they ain't gonna, the poor, they ain't thinking about that poor, man. They ain't thinking about the poor. Show me some tangible shit, man, where this nigga spent 82,000 on something, he built a building or something like that. Or did something to where we're like, damn, look at what he did. We never hear about these athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like athletes, just think about it. You got Koreans or whoever else come from overseas, can't speak no English, but they run in convenience stores and they're sending their kids to college. An athlete, he's not allowed to do that. He's not allowed to invest in a convenience store and say, hey, this relative right here, run this. You know what I'm saying? But yet they buy houses, mansions with 10 rooms, had no kids. 10 cars. Can't drive them all. And they wonder why, especially if they're not like gifted, like know they're gonna be a commentator one day. You know what I'm saying? They have a plan B, right? The majority of these motherfuckers go broke because they didn't invest in them. And you know why? Because these owners tell them they can't do that. Do not help your people because they're slaves. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, they could come overseas, could speak barely lick English and run a convenience store. It's their store, and they sending their kids to college. But yet these basketball, football, baseball players can't do this shit. They don't have no family in their family, that can build houses. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just straight the best carpenters ever. Like, hey, Uncle Ted right there, man, that nigga could build this. Well, nigga, invest in Uncle Ted, nigga, put that money in there. So therefore, when your ass is done with basketball, you know what I'm saying? Or football, football, what they say, NFL stands for not for long. You know what I'm saying? You know, they average players in there for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? What have you? You're lucky if you in there for 10. Invest into something. You have no family members that know how to do anything. We should be running the hair products, selling weaves and all that shit. We should be owning hell and shit like that. Why can't we do that? Crazy. What was I? Verse 13. They spend their days in wealth, and in a moment of time, a moment go down to the grave. Verse 14. Therefore they say unto God, depart from us, for we desire not the knowledge of thy ways. You know what I'm saying? God's ways says feed the poor, right? That's what it says. Feed the poor. That's what we don't want God's ways. We ain't the poor. That's what they saying. F the poor. There should not be not one homeless person here. Unless they want to be homeless. Be like, and we know, like, if that nigga's homeless, it's because he wants to be homeless. He a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? But there shouldn't be nobody. There's people that's working, have a 9 to 5, living in their car. Living in their car because they can't afford a house. I mean, not even a house, a room. Can't even afford $1,500 for a room. For a room. Crazy. That's what they do. They oppress the poor. They speak wicked concerning oppression. This is what they do. Verse 15. What is the Almighty that we should serve him? And what profit should we have if we pray unto him? This is what they say, man. They said, what is the Most High that we serve him? We got it all. We don't need the Most High. We got it all. That's the wicked people right there, man. And the so-called, not so-called, prosperity pastors, they want the same thing. They want it. That's why they leading their people astray. They're getting that money. They don't care about those people. They just want that money. Let's go to I was about to wrap it up over here. Let's go to Jeremiah 12. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 12. Hey, the water, brother, J Jack. You know what I'm saying? Russell City. That's what it was. Russell City over there in Hayward. That's what it was. Back in the they tortured that. Somehow, mysteriously, fire just came and tortured all their houses and stuff like that. All right, the water to you. You know what I'm saying? Russell City. That's what it was right there. The water. You know what I'm saying? Down there in Hayward in it was 64, 64, I believe. But yeah, let's go ahead and get this. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 12, verse 1. Righteous art thou, O Lord, when I plead with thee. Yet let me talk with thee of thy judgments. Wherefore doth the way of the wicked prosper? Wherefore are all they happy that deal very treacherously? This is what Jeremiah is saying, right? Verse 2. Thou hast planted them, yea, they have taken root, they grow, yea, they bring forth fruit. Thou art near in their mouth and far from their reigns. You know what I'm saying? They talk about God all they want. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church, they talk about the white in God we trust, but in their reigns, in their heart, in their mind, the Most High is far from them. That's what it's saying, right? That's what Jeremiah is saying, right? Verse 3. But thou, O Lord, knowest me. Thou hast seen me and tried mine heart toward thee. Pull them out like sheep for the slaughter and prepare them for the day of slaughter. That's what he said. That's what Jeremiah said about the wicked. He said, prepare them for slaughter. Jeremiah wasn't on that one accord, you know what I'm saying? Oh, we all gonna get along, you know what I'm saying? He said, prepare them for slaughter. These wicked men, these wicked people, man. Verse 4. How long shall the land mourn and the herbs of every field wither for the wickedness of them that dwell therein? Check this out, man. I've seen, you know, and it's no, I've seen it more than once too. But the white man is so wicked. I remember it was one time in Stockton. We were staying out in Stockton, right? I seen Moab. These Asians, they was up there picking these on a public street at that. You know what I'm saying? Over there by Buckley Cove, by the water. They picking the hell out of the plums, right? Well, you know, picking those plums, man. You got bags and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Filling up them bags, right? The city must have saw that shit. Some white man saw that shit. They reported that shit. That tree was gone. They chopped the tree. Now, the tree has life as well. They killed this tree. The tree provides what? Oxygen, right? And it has life. They chopped this tree so these people wouldn't eat. That's how wicked they are. And I've been seeing this shit before, you know, when I was younger. This is what they do. Don't let no fruit, no plum or what. That's why you don't see plum and peaches and stuff like that on a public street. They don't want no homeless person to go up there and eat for the day. Shit. They want you to go to him. That's what they want. They got crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. This is what they do. You know what I'm saying? These are wicked ass people. Gonna chop a tree down. What did he say? He said, how long shall the land mourn and the herbs of every field wither? You know what I'm saying? Chopping the tree, that tree is dead now, man. And it never came back. We was over there. I mean, that's when we were in the second nostalgia. You know what I'm saying? That tree they never shit. That tree ain't coming back. Them plums is gone. You know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. Then what it say? The beasts are consumed and the birds, because they said, he shall not see our last end. Now watch this. Like the Christians say. You know what I'm saying? You know how many zoos are in the United States? You got 48 zoos. So the beasts are going to be happy too. These animals are going to be happy too when this mother sucker is gone. That's what Jeremiah is saying. The beasts are going to be happy, man. There's 48 zoos. I mean, 40 in 48 states, there's zoos in 48 states. 48 states. Zoos. Now, who owns these zoos? These zoos. And they making money, generational wealth, generate grandson, son, whatever, children. They making money off these zoos. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, man. But even the beasts are gonna be happy, man. You know, just put them in a zoo. Take an animal, put them in the zoo, man. That's messed up. You know, man. Come on now. They're gonna get it. Let's go to Micah. Micah chapter 4. Shalom. Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakath to priest and officer Kabad. You know what I'm saying? Khan Khan out of one. That's right. Just get it up. Get it on, Hebrew. Yes, sir. I'm doing my best. You know, get into the spirit. The water out of one. You know what I'm saying? Let's go to Micah, chapter 4, starting at verse 11. And it says, and it reads, now also many nations are gathered against thee that say, let her be defiled, and let our eye look upon Zion. You know, who is Zion? Zion is Israel. And then it said, what did it say? It said, many nations gathered against her. You know what I'm saying? All these heathens gathered against us. You know why? You know, remember what King David said, right? I was envious of the oppressor. You know what I'm saying? Of they because of the prosperity. They're gonna join. You know what I'm saying? If they see, look, and that's why they allow these Koreans to come over here and run convenience stores. They allow East Indians to come over here and open up chicken joints and stuff like that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? All this stuff, man, because they are confederate against the tavern. You know, you go to oh, we gonna go there. Hold on, did we go there? No, we gonna go there. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna join to oppress the God's chosen people. They gonna come over here and join. Like I said, we are the tail and they are the head. You know, let's keep going. Verse 12. But they know not the thoughts of the Lord, neither understand they his counsel. For he shall gather them as the sheaves into the floor. Verse 13. Arise and thresh, O daughter of Zion, for I will make thine horn iron, and I will make thy hoofs brass, and thou shalt beat in pieces many people, and I will consecrate their gain unto the Lord, and their substance unto the Lord of the whole earth. We're gonna beat these people into pieces, man. What does it say in Revelations 13:10? This is the patience and faith of the saints. Yeah. It's hard. It's hard. You know, you got to have patience. You got to have patience. You know, you just got to have patience because and they try to provoke you as well. You know, these heathens know what they do. You know, because they know when they call, when you got what they call Karens. You know, when the Karens call the police on you, they know there's a possibility. Chances are, you know, percentage is high. We might be unalived, and they know this. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we gonna get some get back. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't know the understanding of the counsel of the Most High. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get some get back when the time comes. This is the book of Psalms. Let's go to book of Psalms 83. Let's go see what they are talking about right here. Psalms 83, right? Because remember I said they confederate against us, right? You know, we just gonna read forward. You know, this is book of Psalms, chapter 83, verse 4. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. This is what they did, man. This is what they do. And they did it, they done it. I mean, look. Who was at the was it it was the Arabs, so-called white man, and the Africans. You know what I'm saying? They were at the head of the transatlantic slave trade. They did that shit. You know what I'm saying? And now they got what you got? I mean, and they know who we are. They know who we are. You know what I'm saying? You got what's my man's name? Gamal Abdel Nasser. He was the president for Egypt back in 1958, right? Well, in the 50s, whenever his time. But in 1958, on Time magazine, on the cover of Time magazine, he said that there would never be peace in Israel in Israel because the Jews left black and came back white. This is what that man said. And he was Arab. He was Arab. He was Ishmael. You know what I'm saying? He said that in 1958. Time magazine. What's another one? Mahmoud Ahmadinejad. I don't know how to say his last name. Ahmadinejad. You know what I'm saying? He was the president for Iran back in the 2000s, what have you. You know what I'm saying? In the early 2000s, he said, of course, the Holocaust and stuff like that. He was against all them Jewish foods and everything like that. And you know what he said? He said the real Jews are the black people over there in America. That's what he said. And you know what? You can't even find that video anymore. You can't even find that video because they know sometimes the Most High put that spirit on them. You know what I'm saying? He put that spirit on them. They open their mouth. And as a matter of fact, in remember I was telling you about the dictator with the Sacha Baron Cohen, whatever, the dictator, that movie. Okay, this nigga said this, right? He said, how do you say? He said, Mahmoud Ahmadinejad is a snitch. That's what he said. That's what he said. He's a snitch. Hey, they be doing subliminal stuff, man. That's why he said he was a snitch, because he said what he said. That movie came out what? Like I said, he did that in like 05, maybe 05, 08, one around. Dictator came out in 2012. You know what I'm saying? They be knowing. They know. Look at Mo. Look at the show Mo on Netflix. What that Jewish dude said, you know what I'm saying? He was kicking it with Ishmael, right? He was kicking it with the Arabs, right? Up in their store. He said, man, you're anti-Semitic. What did Mo say? Which was an Arab. He said, how can I be anti-Semitic when I'm Semitic? That's what he said. That's what he said. See, but for the longest time, they've been like this on the hush. Because they don't want people to know, like, oh, hold up. Oh, Judah, Israel, Issachar, you know, so-called Mexicans, so Black, Latino, Native Americans. Yeah, they from Shem too, because that's what Semitic means from the genealogy from Shem, from we are the children of Shem. I don't even know where they get Semitic from, you know what I'm saying? But that's where we from, the seed of Shem. You know what I'm saying? They don't want nobody to know that, because then people start putting, you know, just let one person connect that dot. You know what I'm saying? That's one person saved now. You know what I'm saying? Out of this hell right here. Came back to the truth. Woke up and know who he is now. Or know who she is now. You know what I'm saying? They know. And another thing that nigga said, he said, what did he say? This is what I was going to bring out about China. Really, he said the blacks, this is in Dictator. He said the blacks built America and China owns it. He said they own it or run it. That's what this nigga said in Dictator. That's what he said. Straight up, man. Crazy. But yeah, man, they be, you know, they know. That's why they got the what's that? NDA, non-disclosure agreement. They say, hey, when they sign that shit, niggas, don't tell them niggas who they are. That's what that is. That's what they doing. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, you got Gamal Abdel Nasir. You know, look that up. You know what I'm saying? He said there would never be peace in Israel because they left black and came back white. That's what he said. That's what he said, man. It's in Time magazine. And see, that's 1958. What they say, you know, you want to hide anything from a nigga, put it in a book. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line. Yeah, and that goes for all the niggas. So-called Mexicans, y'all niggas, so-called, you know, Ephraim, all the tribes of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line. And none of us read. You know, I mean, I'm just being facetious. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean. Shit. What my mom said, look. Oh, you gonna like this one. There's pictures in there. Like, damn, like, mama, I ain't no kindergarten anymore. Like, I'll read now. I don't need no damn pictures. You know what I'm saying? Look, you gonna like this one. There's pictures in there. Like, damn, it's terrible. You know, so let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 11. And this is the last one right here. We're gonna close it out with this right here. Chapter 11. It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 11, verse 1. And there shall come forth a rod out of the stem of Jesse, and a branch shall grow out of his roots. And the spirit of the Lord shall rest upon him, the spirit of wisdom and understanding, the spirit of counsel and might, the spirit of knowledge and of the fear of the Lord. What's the fear of the Lord? Following these laws, statutes, and commandments. Verse 3, and shall make him of quick understanding in the fear of the Lord, and he shall not judge after the sight of his eyes, neither reprove after the hearing of his ears. Verse 4, but with righteousness, with what? With righteousness shall he judge the poor, and reprove with equity for the meek of the earth. And he shall smite the earth with the rod of his mouth, and with the breath of his lips shall he slay the wicked. You know who this is talking about? Yahushua, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. This is what it's talking about right here. Verse 5, and righteousness shall be the girdle of his loins, and faithfulness the girdle of his reins. Verse 6, the wolf also shall dwell with the lamb, and the leopard shall lie down with the kid, and the calf and the young lion and the fatling together, and a little child shall lead them. You know, that sounds like peace to me. We have not known peace since we've been here. You know what I'm saying? That sounds like peace to me, man. You know, we can't even fathom that as a people because we don't know what peace is. Peace is, man. You know what I'm saying? Verse 7, the cow and the bear shall feed. Their young ones shall lie down together, and the lion shall eat straw like the ox. Verse 7, and the suckling child, that's lucky, and the sucking child shall play on the hole of the asp. You know what an asp is? It's a poison serpent. The child's going to play by the holes of asps, poisonous serpents, because the serpent is not going to bite that child. It's going to play with the child, probably just be chilling. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, what's up? Now he's going to be talking. Like the Christians say, that snake slid her to Eve and started talking to her. You know what I'm saying? Like crazy, man. Freaking indoctrination, I tell you. You know what I'm saying? And the weaned child shall put his hand on the cockatrice den. That's also a venomous serpent. You know what I'm saying? They shall not hurt nor destroy in all my holy mountain, for the earth shall be full of the knowledge of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. What does that say? This earth isn't full of the knowledge of the Lord right now, but there's going to be a time in the new world, the new earth, new heaven is going to come, and there's going to be knowledge of the Lord, and the white man is going to be out of here. Any other heathen too, if you don't want to enjoy this place over here, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you're gonna have your own shit, man. You're gonna be chilling in your own stuff. Just build that over there, do that over there. That's all. Just follow the Lord's instructions. That's it. You know? You even cook chicken if you like. You know, they got chicken spots. You can have your own chicken spots again. You know what I'm saying? But you're gonna have it for yourselves. That's all. You know what I'm saying? But with that, I want to say Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Thumb to the brothers. Yahweh Shema Allah Thumb by Shiri to the sisters. Shalom, Israel.